Welcome to episode number 68 of the Friday Fizz. Today we're on tour at Turf Moor. We talk obviously about Burnley, we're going to talk a little bit about Bradley Walsh, and we're also going to talk about exam results. So yeah, we're here at Turf Moor, holy grail that is Turf Moor. Thank you to Ryan Bradley of UCFB. We're in the BSc in the Community Education Centre, that's right. Hashtag friends of. So if you're commenting, make sure you put in hashtag friends of. So we're on tour, which is awesome. We're in a little studio here. We've got it's almost like we're semi-professional at this. It's
the most professional we've ever been.
Yeah.
68 episodes in.
Yeah. Oh, and you might notice we've got somebody else as well. So it's a double whammy today. We've got we're on tour and we've got a guest, Neil Welsh, infamous throughout Burnley. Yeah, everybody knows.
Notorious Neil Welsh.
Notorious Neil. Hey, that's a great one.
Yeah.
Yes,
from PM&M.
Yeah, from PM&M. Yeah. Well, let's get that to stick. Notorious Neil.
Yeah.
Thanks for the invite.
Hey,
much appreciated.
I'm not sure it was so much as of an invite as a self-invite.
So we're on to episode, how many did you say?
What episode number are we?
68.
68.
So I've missed the previous 67 without an invite, so I just took it upon myself to,
You knew the time and the place, so you were here. We can't go rid of you now.
I was available.
So anyway, I think we should start on a relevant topic, given we're at Turf Moor. Burnley v Blackburn.
That's the final whistle. Burnley the winners at Ewood Park for the third successive time. Blackburn Rovers 0, Burnley 2. It's the Clarets that'll go through to the third round of the League Cup.
We put our reserves team out, didn't we?
8 changes, I think, wasn't it?
8 changes.
Just a bit of a practice game, wasn't it?
Yeah, good changes.
Yeah. And to be fair, I watched the second half, right, and they were Burnley. They were rubbish. So it should have been 4 or 5-0.
Saying to Sam earlier on, went to school in Accrington 82 to 87 at the point that Burnley's decline was at its greatest, and obviously Accrington is a pretty 50-50 split between Burnley fans and Blackburn fans, and the dog's abuse that I got during that period. So to see it reversed at this point, I can't be anything other than deliriously happy.
We had a comment, a tweet from John Pallich.
Yes, obviously there's a big decline in Blackburn's form. And he asked us to get a dictionary out to define the difference between gap and gulf.
And do you know what, right? As much as I'm happy that Burnley are this superiority, I do. I'm Burnley first, Lancashire second, North West third. So I do want to see the football in the area be the best that there is. I always want Burnley to peak, but I don't want to see Blackburn, leave the league, which is the way they're sliding at the minute.
Well, Burnley's record signing, Chris Wood, make his debut
from home tie.
Chris Wood from home tie, yeah. Regular viewer Friday Fizz signed for 15 million this week.
Yeah. So. But yeah, no, I think a good signing for Burnley. That.
I love it, Kate!
15 million. I tell you what, the thing about Burnley, what have we spent? 22 million, 25 million, something like that this time?
Really?
It's a bit more than that, I think, is it not?
Is it?
But no, Chris Wood, £15 million, like you say, 44 goals in 88 games for Leeds.
Yeah.
£15 million, that's the market these days, isn't it? You've got to pay it.
Yeah, and also, Dyche made a good point in that you can't buy Premier League players.
No.
We haven't got the brass.
You're looking at Bournemouth bidding 30 million for Damari Gray, who's like a 19-year-old from Leicester that doesn't play.
Is he better than Andre Gray?
Finish. Oh, yes.
Oh,
Come on, Woody.
Well, he's £3 million cheaper, isn't he? So.
the gas is gone.
Yeah, give him a chance.
Yeah, absolutely. So, so we've done some good business this summer. I'm happy. I'm happy with the signings. I think we've got mid-table this season. Exam results.
Yes.
GCSEs this week. Thank you for that one, James.
Jimmy.
Jim.
Yes, Captain, what is it?
I haven't seen him for years. It's a shocker, really. I need to go over and catch up with him. Yeah, this whole restructuring of exams. Why the can't they just leave it alone? Like, you don't, in order to correct education or make changes, positive changes, you don't have to change the fucking scoring system. Like, it's changed so many times.
It's just too many people getting A stars that they need to try and unpick.
Well, of course, yeah.
So you could either make the exams harder, so you get fewer A stars, or you could.
But then that looks terrible in the.
Or you could completely remodel it, so you know you're not comparing one with another.
Yeah.
And I know with daughter in year 10, just about to go into year 11, the kind of the confusion that exists even within education is huge. So I'm coming to grips now with the idea that a 7 is an A, an 8 is an A star, a 9 is beyond an A star.
Simples.
But you know, if somebody comes out with a 1, I mean, 1 sounds quite good, doesn't it? It's like,
it's got a first.
Yeah.
Then you go to uni and it flips around. It's the best.
Yeah. Looking on Twitter yesterday, and Sir Alan Sugar put something on saying that he'd never gone to university. Richard Branson hadn't even got an O-level or GCSE as it would now be. Does it matter? Well, no, it doesn't. You're too young. Just get yourself out there, get some experience. You know, use your common sense or build your common sense, and away you go from there.
Yeah.
And I think for kids who are struggling at school, you know, I think the important thing is to try to think of the one thing they're good at, and then just try to become really good at that.
Next topic is a good one. Bradley Walsh for Doctor Who.
Kids, when your parents are out, make sure you do this. You can use your cushion in your house as a cannon. All you do is put a grape in there, and then you go and fire it. And that's what you do. And when you've finished, you can sit there and pretend you're a pirate.
Now, is this serious or is this just a paper? Serious?
Yeah, it's a genuine.
It's rumoured that it's going to be the next.
Yeah.
I think it's genius.
It's an authenticated rumour.
Who's your source?
I mean, we read it on Lad Bible. I'm pretty sure they sourced it.
It must be true then.
So obviously they've got Jodie Foster, is it? Jodie Whittaker? Jodie Whittaker. So to get Bradley Walsh in as this experienced, I don't know, he's well liked anyway, even though he's from the chase. I think
he'll bring some humour to it, because it's been dead serious for a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's so light-hearted to come into it. So I don't know what role that Jodie Whittaker's going to take. But
there was a lot of calls for a while, wasn't there, for a woman Doctor Who, wasn't there?
Yeah.
There is a woman Doctor Who.
Oh right, I thought you meant that she was coming in as the co-actress.
No, he is.
Oh, right. Well, I'm disappointed. I thought you'd make a great Doctor Who. No. Anyway, moving on. New career for Usain Bolt?
Yeah, a bit of a change. So he's just retired from the track.
Yeah.
And now he wants to take over the fast food world. He's got an actual plan to launch like jerk chicken restaurants across the UK.
Excellent.
I think he wants 14 in the next couple of years.
Wow.
And he's got the brand and everything. He's got the Instagram account set up, posting stuff already. So I think it's already in Jamaica, which, as you would expect.
The reality is that he's got such a strong brand that he can actually pull that off.
Yeah.
Like tomorrow he could pull that off.
Yeah.
I think it's genius. Never thought of him as going into fast food though.
Of all the things, just likes his chicken.
So if you want to run fast, basically you just eat this chicken.
I think that's what he said in the past, to be fair. That's what he lives off.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah, that's his new career.
Either that or faster pasta, presumably. So, sorry.
It's all right.
I'll get me caught.
So this Spanish swimmer was in Budapest recently for the World Championships. Asked the organisers if they could do a minute's silence for Barcelona.
Oh yes,
and they refused. They actually refused it. So then the starting gun went off or whatever. Everyone dived into the pool. This Spanish swimmer stood there on the blocks waiting for a minute, held his own minute's silence, then dived in and took the race. And obviously he came out afterwards and everyone was like, how amazing it was, a tribute like that. And he just said there's more important things in the world. So fair play to him.
Absolutely. Yeah. Why the hell did they refuse it?
I don't know. It's a strange thing. For what it takes.
Yeah.
Apparently they had too busy a schedule. How can you say that?
Mayweather or McGregor? Yeah, I mean this is insane. Let's discuss the boxing thing first. Is it good or bad for boxing?
I think it's bad. Makes a bit of a joke of it. Like why do you need to bring something like this into it to make it a bit of a novelty? Boxing is a sport, a professional sport where people work hard to train for it.
It's been a novelty since Muhammad Ali, though, hasn't it?
Only last week I murdered a rock, injured a stone, hospitalized a brick. I'm so mean I make medicine sick.
It's like football's good enough, why do you need to throw a rugby player onto the pitch?
Yeah, completely agree.
Boxing, just keep it a professional sport and keep it to professionals. And same with McGregor.
Otherwise, it turns into wrestling, doesn't it? Everything's too formulaic and preordained and just false.
Yeah, I have massive kudos to McGregor for this. He is probably going to get absolutely slaughtered. Right? He's taken himself outside of his comfort zone, which is in the octagon, and he's going into this boxing ring where he's not particularly renowned for being a good boxer. He's got to change his stance, his style. Massive kudos for him. I mean,
he could retire when he's 300 or 400 million that he's going to walk.
He said it himself. He's doing it for his kids. This is his biggest payout. He never needs to work again.
You should have left me over on that other game that I'm from, that more ruthless game where we bounce heads off the canvas and drill them into the floor. You should have left me where I was, because this man is not on my level. He's not even a quarter of the man I am. So we're going to see, and and you're all going to eat your words in there. So thank you all. I appreciate it. I look forward to Saturday night.
Thanks for watching Friday Fizz. Don't forget to like, comment and share. And if you've got an idea of where we should go on tour next, tell us in the comments below. Yeah, Burnley first. We're cutting that bit.